What is going on, all of you sexy people? It is Rexy here. Now, I'm back. I'm doing another patch notes video. So today we're going to be going over the 3.18 patch notes and how they're going to be affecting Duel. This is not a conquest meta thing. This is more or less just how this patch will affect Duel. And my opinions on it. It's all opinion based. Anyways, let's get started. So we've got some stuff here. This is okay. I don't know why they had to make him fucking. They went try hard on his face. Finally needs that skin. Hype as fog. I don't like this skin that much. I mean, feels like a T like 2.5, and it's weird. Anyway, nobody gives a fuck about achievements. Odyssey, new Odyssey items. Basically, I haven't even read the patch notes, so I'm reading it as we go here. Hydra's limit. So, change to Hydras. Actually, I think I read these. I read them a little while ago. Now is an additional passive. Increases MP5 by 2.5 per 10% of your missing mana. So you can get up to like a certain number, because I'm not doing the math because I'm lazy. I don't really think that does much. I mean, the power's up a little bit. It's still not going to be a really useful item. Nobody really uses Hydras in Duel simply because the meta is so oriented around like auto attack based, unless, you know, abilities and stuff. It's not really worth it in comparison to other items that you could get, especially since like on a low key be okay, but like when you're playing, you know, like a Scotty or something like that, it's just not as worth it as other items since you're basic attack oriented when you could get like a Kins for say instead. It's just not worth it, you know. I don't think it's ever going to really be worth it in the meta unless they have some crazy buff to it. They're finally nerfing the shoes, which is awesome. Didn't really affect Duel, but it's kind of OP in general. Void Shield. Now, I'm kind of happy. Oh, for fuck's sakes, my Q already popped. Void Shield. That's kind of a big factor, actually. That's going to change some things. They increase the cost and the physical protections reduced. I think it's going to make it so that Void Shield isn't actually as viable. So, on 1 second, I gotta accept this. Alright, we're back with a different song, because I don't remember. Ooh, hello. But, back with a different song, because I forget what song was playing. Anyway, where were we? We were talking about boots, weren't we? Talking about the boots. No, boots were never really, these ones are not really, oh, we already talked about those. They're not meant for, you know, Duel. Void Shield, we're on Void Shield. Void Shield, the cost is increased. Does that increased cost from 990 to 1090? Does that mean, I don't know if that means like, just like the second tier of it or something, or if like they increase the price altogether, or if it's just one tier that costs more, because well, that really varies depending on the thing. I'm glad they're reducing the protections to 50 on Witchblade. Actually, it's gonna make it a little less viable. It's still good, like really good, but I don't think it'll be as good as Nemean anymore. Like there was a point in this past patch made it so that Witchblade was actually 100 times better to get than an Nemean. It was just all around 100 times, 100% more worth it to buy a Witchblade than a Nemean. And you, even with double defense like a Nemean, and that is incredible. Incredible. Which made Warriors really strong. But now it's only 50 protections, which is really not much at all. So, I mean, Warriors probably can still build it because their base protections are so high. But Squishies, like if you're an ADC mirror, it might actually be worth it now to go Nemean over Witchblade. Although it's really debatable, it's your preference and stuff like that. If you think attack speed is gonna fuck you, then it's just risky though, because you have less protections, and that's a squishy. You know, like your base will only get you to like, what do you get, like 80 base physical protection? So you only go up to like 120 or so, 130 or whatever. I don't know. It's just risky. It's a debatable thing. I talk about it in my my Master Mechanics episode that I'm working on. Anyways, that's Void Shield. Void Shield all around, I'm not a fan of the item, but it's not going to be as good. People aren't going to apply it as much. It's probably not as worth it compared to other items now. The protections are even shittier. All around, like, a defense item like Witchblade and stuff like that is so much better. The pen even isn't that phenomenal with Void Shield. It's only really good early game, in my opinion. In Duel, at least. Okay, so, yeah, I heard they were changing up Agni. Didn't they do that last patch, or was that this patch? Yeah, they were fucking around with Agni here. Agni's all around, you know, he's not great in Duel, so that doesn't really matter, but increase the persistence of Flame Wave. It's pretty cool. Fix the rare issue where Karin would revive even if he did not get a kill. That'd be pretty cool to see. No, it was Cupid, not Agni, that they're dicking around with. So, they're changing up all of Cupid for some reason. I'm not sure why. I mean, he's not really that big in the meta right now, but this fucking fly, man, is a little ass bitch. Anyway. Alright, so Love Struck. So they increased, I don't understand what they're trying to do here. They increased the cooldown and they changed them all around and stuff. So they increased cooldown and they increased the radius of the Heart Bomb explosion. Why? I don't understand why. I don't really get that. Maybe in like a team fight scenario that's better and stuff, but... So Share the Love doesn't consume his heart stacks, which I don't know. Is Share His Love is 2? Oh, wait, no. Heart Bomb is... Oops, oh, my bad. I thought... I'm an idiot. I thought for some reason Cupid's 2. Like his heal was Heart Bomb. I'm an idiot. So they increased the cooldown, but they increased the radius. That is... Okay, that makes sense now. I'm just an idiot. Sorry about that. That's pretty good. 30 units, that's like... That's a pretty big increase, huh? It's like a 50% increase. Now, that is pretty big. I don't know if that's really going to help him all that much in the meta whatsoever. Not in Duel, at least, because, I mean, the unit now is, if anything, its cooldown is just longer in Duel, because the unit thing doesn't really matter all that much. Other than, like, killing a minion when he's low, and then stunning your opponent. But Cupid just isn't that great in the meta right now, and that's the reason why, is just because he's too ability-based, you know? But they actually made it so that his, what will make him maybe somewhat viable is that, instead of giving him... Whoa, wait a minute. I thought it was after the dash. So Flutter now provides 4 to 20% passive attack speed, and they reduce the cooldown, so that might actually make him somewhat usable. But still not as good, because his steroid is only activated right after you use your escape. And, you know, going balls deep with Cupid is really risky, because, you know, all around, I think that's why Cupid isn't that viable. It's just because his only steroid is during his escape, which is unfortunate for him, at least. Feels of Love changes the ability now, functions with Love Struck. I'm not very familiar with Cupid, so don't quote me on this. Feels of Love now Mesmerize. So they increased the Mez time? 3 seconds? Holy shit. It's a long-ass Mez. That'd be useful late game. So they increase the damage of Ice's Wind Gust. It isn't going to affect Duel at all, obviously, because, you know, Isis isn't that great in Duel at all. So they're changing around Izanami, which is cool and stuff. I'm also loving this. Okay, we'll talk about that after. Just wait, okay. Alright, so Izanami's basic attacks now do 75% going in, and, or, yeah, well, going out, like, by in, I mean, their opponent. When she fucking throws it out, it hits them for 70%, and then it comes back and it does 25. I think that might actually make her viable, somewhat viable in Duel. A little better, at least. I don't like this song. So now you guys can't ask me what the fucking songs are, so you can actually look, alright? Anyway, that's probably going to help her, and her base attack speed is increased. She's going to be a beast late game, though, that's the thing. If you can get mechanically good with Izanami, like, her concept is awesome. Like, she's unique, she's really cool, but she's just all around not that great. Because of her really awkward kit. Like, it's cool and stuff, cool, new things are being introduced, which I love, but on paper, it might seem overpowered, like people say, but it's not all about on paper. Like, once you actually see this god, like, being used, she's just not as... She has no... Okay, ew. What is this music? She has no sort of presence, I find, when I play Izanami. It's just... If they increase the speed on the 2, that's all I want. That's all. I would play her non-stop, because that's the main problem. As now invisible to the minion, which begins channeling fade away. So the second she uses it, she's invisible to minions. It's not a big deal. But if her 2 was a little quicker, it would make it so you can hit your ult super easier. So much easier. Your ult is literally just a Nox fucking 2. What is going on here? Okay, anyway, distracted. We got Nem. Nem is being nerfed again, which is, oh my god, it makes me so happy. Now her damage reduced of target's current health is now down 10%. Oh my god, that is fucking fantastic. I love it. And the slow is even less. So Nem's gonna kind of be shit early, like even super shitty early game. Nem might actually not be. She's not gonna be top tier at all after this patch. No way in hell she's gonna be top tier anymore. She's probably gonna be like S. I put it. Yeah, I think she'll be like S, not S plus with all the other ADCs and stuff like that anymore. Just because her early game, it's gonna be so hard for her. Like once she gets late game, she's fine. She's still really strong, super strong god in Duel, but getting there is gonna be so difficult now. I swear. Okay, so they changed up that motherfucker. So they nerfed Raijin, which is awesome. He was actually surprisingly okay to be played in Duel. Fun fact. Ooh, I love this song. Listen to this one. Fun fact, my buddy Paintball Demon, I remember he almost whooped my ass. He almost beat my Uller as Raijin caught me off guard. I think it was mainly because I didn't understand the god that well. But, like, Raijin is actually surprisingly somewhat decent in Duel. Well, not anymore because he got nerfed, but at a time he was. Before the nerf, he was actually somewhat decent. You'd be surprised. Because he's such like a heavy burst mage. He reminds me of Hebo. Nobody really played him. Thank the fucking... Oh my god, thank Jesus Christ himself. They're nerfing this cunt. I don't know why Kairos didn't think, oh, maybe we should nerf her. I fucking hate playing against the Terra, dude. Like, talk about presence. Like, when you play Izanami, it doesn't even feel like they have an ADC. But if they have a Terra, it feels like they have a fucking support. It feels like they have fucking, like, 8 supports, dude. Like, there's so much CC. She can root you and stun you down for literally, like, 3-4 seconds. It's absolutely absurd. It is so ridiculously stupid. And at the same time, you're taking all that poke from her fucking monolith or whatever. Or 2, I think it is? No, it's her 1. No, it's her 3. It's her 3. You're taking all that poke while you're fucking... their allies are being healed. It's just... She was way too strong. And I don't know why it took them so long to nerf this bitch. At first, like, people didn't really understand how to play her, but now she's actually surprisingly decent in Duel. Like, she can whoop hands, man. You'd be surprised with all that CC. She does a lot of damage. If you go up against a Terra late game, you will probably lose. She is super strong. Well, she was. Finally. No longer has that slow between the stones, which is pretty awesome. The root duration is also 1 second, which thank fucking Christ. I don't know what they were thinking about the 1.5. Also increasing. I don't even care about the ult's not even the worst thing. I think it's just her first 3 abilities are just dumb. Her ult's like pretty fucking strong, but I don't think it's as strong as her. Just she has so much CC packed in her, right? Anyway, getting off topic here. Terra's not playable. Don't fucking play. I don't think you should be playing her in Duel. I might do a video on her eventually, but you know. All in all, that's the patch notes, and that's how this is going to somewhat be affecting Duel, and my thoughts on it, my opinions. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed, please leave me a like. New to the channel, subscribe. Think I could play better, built better. Oh wow, I just did the outro for the. I'm so used to saying that. Think I could have patched better, opinionated better. Let me know in the comments. Anyways, I'll see you next time, guys. Have a good one.